So, I just want to share this interesting perspective that I read in the Book of Secrets, which is a translation by Osho of the meditations from Bhairavi Tantra. So, the idea is when we worry a lot or when we cling on to something, we forget the larger perspective where we really belong. The interesting analogy to understand this is of a wave. Would you consider a wave different from the mighty ocean? Would you consider the top or the surface of an ocean different from a very deeper layer of that ocean? It is just a whole. We are like these waves. We are part of the mighty ocean coming to the surface sometime to just feel who we are, to feel the dance that the ocean has within itself, to maybe experience the air outside, to experience the creatures on the land, because that experience perhaps is not present in the depth of the ocean. Somewhere, the deeper part of the ocean just desires to be a wave sometime. Similarly, consciousness, which is nothing, wants to experience itself in different forms of waves, shallow, higher waves, beautiful, experiencing the surface, the air, the creatures, the birds, perhaps. Yet, it is not separate from who it is. It is still the wave, and it comes back to its depth. We, as part of existence, become waves at the surface. When we get engaged with another wave, which is also a part of who we are, yet we think that another wave is maybe more beautiful. Oh, I can wave with it for some time. I can dance with it for some time, which is beautiful. As a part of the experience of being a wave, it is amazing to dance with that wave, to be with that wave, maybe to create a whirlpool, to create a tsunami. Yet, we are still the mighty ocean. We still can go back into the depth where we are calm, where we are peaceful. What happens when we cling to another wave? It has its own function, it has its own ego, it has its own identity, it has its own direction. No two waves or no group of waves can float for a very long time together. Maybe for some time they enjoy that dance of the mighty ocean, yet they eventually dissolve. They may create some weeds, they may create an association with the creatures, the flora, the fauna for some time. If the wave gets associated with the weeds, it is not going to stay. You can enjoy it while it's there. How do we do that? By remembering that I'm not the wave. I'm not associated, maybe for some time, perhaps with another wave or that wave. Yet, in that association, I'm still the ocean. That weed, that another wave, those creatures are all parts of this mighty ocean. We are all one. We manifest differently because the ocean wants it to be that way. The deeper part of ourselves wants to express differently, wants to experience differently. It wants to become a tiny fish, it wants to become a whale sometimes, it wants to become a tortoise. That is what it desires, and it goes back. When these animals are done experiencing, they go back to the ocean and come back in another form. And this goes on and on. This drama, this beauty, this cycle is for the eternity. We would go back in the ocean. We would come back in another form. While we are there, as a wave, as a fish, as a weed, what we can do is just be. Because it's not we who decided to be the wave or to be the fish, it was the ocean. It was a deeper part of ourselves that wanted to be there, that wanted to experience itself. If we go on insisting that I want to be the wave, I want to be this fish for eternity. Oh, I want to keep this group of waves for me. I want to keep this reeds, this little fishies for me. No. One, they all have their own path. Two, we will limit our own possibilities. We can go further. We can become something else. We can dance with other waves, which would still be part of ourselves. But yes, we have to remember that we have come to the surface for this experience because we wanted to. Or you don't want it, come back to your center. Be centered. Feel the depth of yourself, of the ocean that you are. And from that depth, you would again understand, oh, but I want to go and experience because that is possible. That is my possibility. Let me do that. And from that depth, come back again. Joys, sorrows, ups and downs, these are part of the waves. And that is why we need to play our part. We need to surrender to the flow and eventually enjoy the dance of the surface. Enjoy the breeze. Enjoy the bird. No wave is big or small. Do we differentiate between one wave being beautiful, another being not? No. They are all part of one mighty ocean, as we all are. Beautiful in our own way, always. Keep that as a perspective. Try going deeper, always. What you truly want. Just be the wave. Dance as a wave.